What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I have a fun video for you today. It is a week 246 update of my weight loss journey, my fitness journey, my wellness journey, my journey to overhaul my entire life, and from a morbidly obese lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle. And I'm doing it with a keto approach, a low carb, high protein approach, and actual putting in the hard work to make these changes. But before I jump into today's video, I just want to remind you all that I'm not a medical doctor. I am not a healthcare professional. This is just my own story and my experience, and what works doesn't work, that kind of thing. At the end of the day, you do you, okay? But if you do enjoy like weight loss motivation, weight loss inspiration for somebody that legitimately has overcome or is working on overcoming obesity, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and you won't miss any videos. And if you like it, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. So with that said, let's talk about today's video. Okay, so it is week 246, and it's also week 3 of the 75 Soft Fitness Challenge that I'm doing on my channel. And just so that you guys can get caught up, I'm gonna put it in the cards and down below, what is the 75 Soft Challenge, the details. It's not my challenge, it's something I discovered, and I'm doing it, and it's really helped me a lot right now, so definitely check that all out. I'm not affiliated in any way. This is just what I'm doing with my own friends here locally. With that said, let's talk about a few things. Now, being that is week 3, I'm not sure how many days, today's like week 3.5. I started on a Thursday, this challenge, but this is a 75-day challenge that will run all the way through December, I believe it's 19th. So I'm in week 3.5, but I'm gonna give you the week 3 update, so you know where I'm at, how much did I lose, what did I learn, that kind of thing. And the other thing is, what's different this time around versus, the last nearly 4.5 years on this channel. I've lived a lot of different methods to lose my weight, to regain my health, to overcome obesity. And I've had a lot of dead ends, and the one thing that hammers back at me is balance. Living extreme, and I lost 140 pounds real quick. It was the 13, 14 months or so it took me to lose the weight the first time. And, but it wasn't necessarily fixed or cured because I didn't learn anything, because I didn't take the time to make the changes that I'm making right now. And then I also, I got up to 309 pounds because I didn't move my body. I didn't care. And I was in the extreme on the opposite end of the spectrum where I'm overeating, eating my emotions, that kind of thing. So both extremes, working out and being so strict, and overeating and not having a care in the world. Neither one of those approaches worked. So there, cue where we're at today. So I'm looking for balance. I'm looking for ways to actually make this my new normal that's sustainable. Because the extremes were just it was too much of a roller coaster ride. So this time around, I was seeking out some balance, an easier way to make those changes and to have those changes actually stick, instead of being so dreadful. I don't want to wake up and be oh, I have to work out today, or oh, I have to drink water, or have all the excuses. But I want to wake up and be what? I really like exercising. I really want to go for a walk today. I want to wake up and be excited about that, because that's the new me. So, and I also don't want to go blow all the hard work I did on going out and having restaurant food, or that kind of thing, where I'm overeating, or I'm in that environment that makes it so easy to mess up. So the cue in the perfect timing of the 75 Soft Fitness Challenge, and it's in the past, the 75 hard was. I've done it before, and it was so hard, and it was oh my God, I dreaded every minute of it. I appreciated the challenge, but it didn't fix me, but cue this tamed down version with the same kind of principles, but just more doable, has been a game changer and reminded me so much about the balance. So I will say I'm going to put in the before pictures, the after pictures, the weight, actual starting weights and stuff like that on my second channel, Overactive Fork to Fit. But this channel, I'm gonna just say like the Cliff Notes version of that. So for more details and stuff like that, I'm slowly going to be building that channel, and you can find out why and all that stuff by going and visiting Overactive Fork. But for now, I am on week 3, and the first week, I did not lose a single pound. It was maddening because I'd just done all these changes and nothing changed on the scale. So I was livid, but I didn't give up. And I was like, whatever, something's not wrong, just stick to it. Week 2, I lost 6 pounds. So I was like, okay. So, you know, then at the end of the day, I ended up getting my period week 1. So it kind of messed with it. So that's why week 2 had such a big loss. It had kind of week 1's effort in there too. So week 1, 0, week 2, 6, week 3, 3 more pounds. So I'm at the 9-pound loss in 3 weeks. And, you know, obviously I'm a couple days into it, but I'll save that for next week. But in 3 weeks, 9 pounds came off, and I have a new respect for what I'm trying to do. Like what I envision myself as being the new healthy me. This is what's been sticking. And the main thing is I enjoy my workouts every day. I don't dread them. And if you're doing something that you dread or you don't look forward to, you're not gonna stick with it. So instead of doing all the things, I'm like, you know what? I like lifting weights. I'm gonna lift up. I'm gonna go out to my garage and I'm gonna do strength training. I also have one of my neighbors or my besties, and I go to the gym physically with her. So I've been working out with her there. So I've got that vibe going on. And it's like I have a workout buddy that, you know, it's nice to have someone on the same page and understanding. So having that companion to do this with you, and then come out and work out, and we have the same goals. She's doing this. She's the one that introduced me to the challenge. So it's like, I feel so good every day. And when you feel so good, you don't want to mess it up. Like, it just feels good. Why would I want to go, you know, it just makes all that temptation before, or the I can't or I don't want to's, it takes those away when you're feeling that motivation to get better. And that has been a huge change since I just started feeling this urge to change my life again. And that will definitely make or break your challenge. Because I can't drive it home enough that the extremes don't work. And then if you don't like what you're doing, you're wasting your time. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of my time on this journey trying to fit into this mold of things that I'm supposed to be, I have to be strict keto, I have to be clean keto, I have to do carnivore, I have to do like all these labels that I was putting myself into left no leeway for mistakes, because any deviation from that equaled like failure. So then that's in my head and I'm feeling bad, and then I eat my emotions. So it's one of these things where I'm like, I don't want to be in any box. The nice thing about the 75 Soft Challenge is you eat as best as you can, like the 80-20 rule kind of thing. And there's no specific diet or lifestyle you're supposed to adhere to. So for me, I knew I wanted high protein and low carb because that's what makes me happy. That's what works for me. And that's what's doable. So then, I'm drinking my water every day anyways. And drinking that water helps flush out that fat. That flushes you. It keeps you hydrated. It keeps you full. It bridges the gap. So drinking the water was something I should have been doing anyways. And now I enjoy walking around with my cup, sipping on my water throughout the day, or my water with electrolytes when I'm doing my workouts. So, and then that started creating the slow momentum where I'm like, I did some fasting last week where I started my first meal at noon, cut the window off around 7. So that was my eating window. And then fasting was, after 7 p.m. all the way the next day till lunch again. And that's something that it just felt good to have those fasting workouts. So it's just switching it up and enjoying what I'm doing again. And that makes me feel like I want to keep doing more, because it's kind of addicting to feel good, and it's not a bad thing to want to feel good. But the way for me to feel good is to make the small changes and to avoid all those, I keep taking myself out of those situations that make me want to, I keep avoiding the situations that make me not do my best. So that means I'm hanging around the people that are all healthy right now, That means I'm doing fun things that I want to do. That means I'm eating well the way I want to eat. And it makes it so much more sustainable and so much more doable. So I was tracking my ketones and blood glucose levels last week just for fun with my Keto Mojo. And, you know, my glucose level seems to be, you know, when I was tracking this originally in my first time that I lost the 140 pounds, when I would regularly monitor my ketone and glucose, I found the sweet spot for when I had the most weight loss was when my glucose levels stayed between like 75 and 85, and like my ketone levels were like 1.7 to 2-ish. Those were like the weeks that just everything just melted off. I was in really good like fat burning mode. So I was just like comparing that to now, and I felt really good back then too. So I had like the numbers that associated with like the overall feeling or the confirmation my body was saying to match the numbers was, you know, so those are the numbers I've been aiming for. So this time around, I'm in the higher range of like the fasting when I wake up in the morning. It's like 85 has been my number. You know, throughout the day it comes down a little as I'm active and stuff. But it's like that I'm getting into that sweet spot again, and then my ketones were like 1.7 to 2.1. So I'm like, and I'm not actively trying to do keto. I have been eating all the vegetables. I'm just doing a prioritized protein approach on my plate, eating that all first, and then I'll pick at my vegetables and all the vegetables. Like I even had corn last week, you know, it's like, but I'm prioritizing the serving of my plate is going to be protein. And that's again, fuels my workout because I'm trying to, you know, work out with strength training. So why not eat the protein? So in addition to all that, when it comes to the workout wise, you're supposed to work out like every day, and then you have 1 day of rest per week. So, and you should be doing what you want to do. So I've been doing strength training, and oh my God, I feel like I've woken up my body. It's amazing how fast you lose your flexibility and mobility when you're not active. And I'm saying if you're not getting an active workout in, you're not doing squats, you're not doing things that can require your body to be able to bend, you lose that real quick. So I was stiff for like the first 2 weeks, and like, especially on leg day, it was miserable because my legs hurt and I had to like deal with it. And then I had to keep doing it because it was leg day again, you know? But now that I'm on like week 3, I don't have the pain after leg day anymore. And I'm actually looking forward to leg day. And I can feel like things on my body coming back to life. Like I can get into the full squat because I've re-stretched out my muscles because I'm moving again. And it's like, and it comes back quick. I'm not saying like if you're out of shape right now that's it for you. I'm just saying in general, like it doesn't take much, but it does take putting in that work to wake your body up again. So that felt really good to have like an entire week last week where I didn't have pain after I worked myself out really hard. And again, I'm fueling those workouts with the protein and the low carb and even some, you know, all the vegetables in between. Like I even had fruit last week. I had blueberries one day, and it just felt really good. And it's crazy to be in ketosis and not like be only having eggs and bacon, you know, like that kind of, and loads of butter. Like it was cool that your body can still do that. The food is important, but it's not specific. You know, keto is a metabolic state. It is not a food. So I'm feeling really good right now because what I'm doing is working, and it's getting me into the sweet spot, and it's addicting to keep feeling good. So a long story short, the 75 soft challenge is something that you should definitely look into. Don't be overwhelmed. It doesn't mean you have to work out and run 10 miles a day and to, you know, do all this crazy stuff. It is so very doable, and you can tailor it to what you want to do. So, I'm now in like week 3 and 3 weeks. I'm 3 weeks in plus a couple of days. So like I'm at that point where now it's like it's getting to feel like a habit, or like it's starting to feel more normal and not new. So it's kind of like exciting. So I'm like, oh man, I already thought I'm gonna get my workout done right after I film this. And it's like, it's no brainer. So it feels good to kind of start a new routine that's not crazy. So think about it this way. Short-term pain, meaning when you first start off working out and you're waking up your muscles and it's miserable and it sucks for like the first 2 weeks, short-term pain equals long-term gains. Because as you put that effort in day by day, meaning the hardest part, the absolute hardest part is just starting. once you're into it, it starts getting easier every single day. It's like that snowball effect. But the absolute hardest part is just starting and showing up and doing it. You know, like that saying, just gonna tie your laces and you're out the door. Well, that's kind of the same thought process when it comes to a weight loss journey. The hardest thing you're gonna do is start it. But if you can start it and show up and start and keep showing up, eventually it doesn't feel weird and it starts to feel like normal. So short-term pain equals long-term gains. So I hope that makes sense. So anyways, I'm gonna go switch gears and we're gonna do pictures and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put it on the other channel, but I wanted to leave you guys with that this week. If you haven't started the 75 soft, don't avoid it just because the holidays are coming up or you're traveling or whatever the case may be. If you take a week off, you can always add it to the end and add that week after your 75 days to make up the days you miss, but the time's gonna pass anyways. Why not start it? And maybe by the time January 1st comes around, you got the New Year's resolution people, you're already going to be in the zone. Like it's not going to be new and overwhelming and stressful. Like you've been doing this and you're just going to keep doing it kind of thing. So that was my thought process when I decided to start it on October 5th and with December 19th being my end date. But I'm probably going to continue on because it's going to be so habit by then, So yeah, anyways, that's the Cliff Notes. I might start doing some vlogging this week and showing you what I'm eating. I'm just not sure if I'm putting it on this channel or my other channel. But being that I'm kind of in ketosis, eating this way, I might put it on this channel because I want only keto content on this channel. So I'm not sure. Stay tuned and I'm gonna figure that out today and because I haven't done like a what I'm eating a day video and like my routine, that kind of thing in a while. And it might be kind of fun to just give you a little sneak peek and maybe you can see it's not crazy. It's pretty doable, So anyways, that is that. I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope you're doing the 75 soft too. And I hope you're seeing the results and feeling as good as I am too. So I will see you at the next one. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.